G'day, mate. Welcome back to Factorio with me, Jetty. We're here for episode number 86. And if you remember last time, I went and put down a whole duplicate of the 5 rocket per minute base, or module, whatever you want to call it. Put another whole copy down. And I'm now standing in the middle of it. We got it done. It took a while. It took a really long while. Actually, if I go to load game. So that's the end of the episode. 5 hours. 5 hours. 5 hours to get it all done. In saying that, in the 5 hours, I also went and stamped down a bit more solar. Just a tiny bit. Because we currently have, at peak, about 41 gigawatts. We're only using 29. I think on our average output, we're now with the extra solar panels, we're now doing about 30 gigawatts worth of solar. But this thing's not on yet. And obviously, when this thing's on, we're going to use a lot more power. This thing probably won't get running this episode because there's an acid train that doesn't exist and there's the actual exports that don't exist. Plus, there's all the water hookups that aren't done. I haven't got around to doing those yet. They're actually going to be my next job after this episode is done. But people complained last time about not seeing this turn on. So that's what we're going to do. Because I'm using the Train Supply Manager mod, if I just set these pretty little lights to iron plates, because that's the image I chose to use, we're going to start shipping in a whole bunch of iron ore, or in the case of this one, coal, go back. Go back. Yeah. Copper plate. Yeah, if I set these, we're just going to... Basically, the mod just takes care of calling the outposts trains in for me. I don't have to do anything, and trains will just magically appear, which is one of the reasons I love this mod. It just makes outposting so much easier. I can just build an outpost, set the trains, and then it'll decide which trains need to be called to which station in which order, blah, 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 blah. Basically, the way I've set up the combinators and everything on this is if we hover over this, each one's going to call in 6 trains, which should fill all the chests. As you can see, it's not going to fill all the chests, not to start with, because we have a whole bunch of belts that need to be filled. But yeah, last time people complained about not seeing belts fill up. So I figured this time around, we're going to stand here, we're going to wait for the belts to fill up, and it gives me a chance to talk. So, this is in theory a 1-for-1 copy of the previous blueprint. So, in theory, everything will just magically work, providing there's nothing missing being put down. Unfortunately, with me laying down 10 bazillion solar panels, I can't check. Less than ideal. But, you know, it is what it is. In saying that, both the old blueprint and this blueprint have had some small modifications because there have been a few things that haven't been perfect. Like light oil going to the rocket fuel build. Turns out we didn't have quite enough rocket fuel. We didn't have enough pressure behind the light oil. So I've had to add more pumps and more pipes and all that sort of stuff to get the oil through the build. I thought I had enough, but it's just there are so many junctions and that sort of stuff, it's actually lowering down the pressure. So that was one of the things I had to change. What else do I have to change? Rocket control units? Yeah, rocket control units. Even though in theory we're making enough copper to run those things at full speed, for the very first build, the very first in the line, the very last in the line, it was more than enough, and the inserters could keep up. So they're only 4 long per smelter. The middle 2, it wasn't enough. So I had to actually double up the inserters. So they've got 2 inserters feeding them now, which seems to have fixed the problem. The biggest problem with something this big is literally when you do a change, you need to then walk away and leave it running for like an hour to see if the change that you just did had the desired effect that you were looking for. And that's really the biggest thing. There is such a time delay between one change and one fix. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating sometimes. It also explains why there's now 8,000 rockets launched. In fact, all the buffer boxes that I left around the rocket silos are full, pretty much. We are still shipping the rocket science off to the old base. The old base is still processing it. There's actually a small dip in our rocket production currently this second, and this is probably no longer going to be accurate because I'm now deleting space science packs. Where's this train? This here is not a deadlock. It is just a small throughput problem. That's all that is. Now, actually, that's one thing I should cover. So, Train Supply Manager. Train Supply Manager does give me the option to prioritize this one getting its trains from here, this one getting its trains from here, and this one getting its trains from here. At the moment, the way it's set up, it just takes the oldest train that's been available. So it takes from the top of the list, which means possibly I'm calling trains from over here. Well, okay, why? You're full. Why for you not go forward? That doesn't make sense. 15k. Oh, really? Oh, really? Hang on. So you're empty, so you're never going to fill up. You're also empty. That didn't take long at all. That whole coal outpost is useless. Yeah, that whole coal outpost is useless. Oh look, it's already got a marker on it. Yeah, I need to rip that up. Awesome. Okay, where were we? Yeah, so I can prioritize this one to take trains from here, this one here, and this one here. There is a chance at the moment I'm calling trains from the far side of the map, and that's just down to my laziness, really, more than anything else. You're also dead. Double awesome. Okay, so all my coal outposts are dead. Do I have miners on me by any chance? No. Coal is there. We need 7 lanes. Alright. So, problems to solve already. We're going to call... Yep, you're the train with miners on you. We're going to call you to come park in the output lane. Passenger present and... Okay. We're going to do that. No. Upper tile, upper tile, upper tile, upper tile. Bad options all around. Okay. Input priority right. No. Left. Copy, paste. Paste, 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 paste. Right. Okay, I already did this for this one. We worked out 1 miner's probably not enough. But I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Substation there, there, and there. Okay, that'll get me power. I'll have 50 of those and 100 of those. that in the trash. Throw those in the trash. I have built on me. You are done. Go away, train. Okay. No, wrong one. And I'm gonna have to bring you in like so. No, one tile too early. Okay. Let's go straight built because I'm going to run out of undergrounds if I don't. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's be lazy. Let's just go with straight lines. So, you go in there. You go in there. You are going to come up to there. You are going to come up to there. Next one's next. This is not how I planned this episode to go. Yep, that's me running out of belts. Okay. Do we have belts locally? We do. Awesome. Unfortunately, I can't leave the robots to actually construct anything because with 10,000 solar panels being waiting to be put down, the robots are slightly confused about what they need to do in life. And you go straight through there. Maybe I can get the robots to put things down. Oh wow, we just happened to select this area for the things to scan. That looks like I don't have enough miners. Damn! Alright, well, robots, if you want to take care of this stuff... okay, I'm going to cut you two. I'm going to place you there. How do you feel about things now? You still feel like you need a third step. No, now it's backed up. Why is it suddenly backed up? Because oil's not hooked up the other end. You come here and you come here. Right, if I stand on this belt, do you come out fully compressed? No, but I'll take it. Alright. First off, let's get that train to come back down here. Hey, train. Turns out I'm not finished with you. Okay, so we need them in sets of 3. If I get you all to slide over one tile. Cool. Set of 3. You can go away, and then we're just going to copy that whole thing. Like that. You can go away as well. Copy, paste. Okay, substations. We'll do there. This is the joy and the frustration of Factorio. Like, you think you've got everything done, you think you've planned for everything, and then this sort of crap pops up. Oh, really? It's one tile too many. It's one tile too many. Oh, what was I just saying about you think you got everything done? Of course it's one tile too many. It reaches 8 tiles, and that's 9 tiles. This is what happens when I record these things at like almost 1 AM. Yeah, it's been a bad week. You know what? I cannot be bothered. So we're going to take all of those. We're going to slide them over 2 tiles. And I'm going to do the worst, most sacrificial thing ever. And I know there's a better design to do undergrounds through a build like this. I've seen it before, I've seen it used many, many a time, but I cannot be bothered, is the polite way of putting it. 1, 2, 1. Still short on speed modules. Oh, you guys went and got speed modules from elsewhere. Be like that then. I'm throwing those in there just because I don't want to wait. Alright. Throw those and those in there because we're done with them. Delete that for a second time. Okay, so we've got overridden coal. Everything now in here should be buffered up because I don't have a massive train still showing up. I take that back. I don't see any copper on those lines. Did I not set the last couple of stations? Because that would be very embarrassing. I did. You cannot get here. That's why you can't get here. At least I'm not embarrassed. It's your age-old, like, 2 tracks we're missing. We'll just run down there and fix that problem real quick. Like I said, everything runs to plan when you turn these things on. There is never, ever, 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 ever any other time I've ever turned one of these things on and everything's worked perfectly. There's always something that goes wrong. I know I make it look good, but trust me, there's always something. Okay. So I click this. I don't have no paths written everywhere anymore. Good. So that should top up these guys. Now, it does mean that I need to go sort out the water problem, which we'll go do right now. And then once that's done, that'll give us all our oil products, which will turn on the green circuits, the red circuits, the plastic, the blue circuits. No, blue circuits won't run. I need to bring up acid, which is laying in a whole train track, which is not going to happen. But everything else should work. Longest autosave ever. Not quite, but it's getting pretty bad. Okay. Yep, there we go. Belts are filling in. And they've obviously come from closer stations. The other ones are obviously coming from much further away stations. And this is why you get the mess that we get. So this one's got 2 trains already. Is that train the closest? Yeah. That one's stuck in the not deadlock. Just a very high throughput junction that sometimes takes a little while to clear. Yep. Yep. Hey, first train. This one's already had 4 trains. It still needs 6 to be delivered because as soon as they empty, another one's going to come because this is one hell of a belt buffer. Okay, so we're going to run up here. We're going to go look at oil. I have my boom booms with me, my explosives. Yeah, this is what I was saying. So these guys needed these extra buffer chests put in. Here, here, and here. It just... wasn't quite enough throughput, and I'm guessing it's because the belt here comes in, it's fully compressed, and the belt at this end is also fully compressed, so the inserters could keep up. Here in the middle, obviously the belt's not fully compressed for this copper line, which I know has no copper on it, but you know, use your imagination. The smelters are going to get kicked in now. No, hang on. The second smelter line is going to get kicked in now, which will be... Oh, it's this line. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, it takes a while for things to kick in. Rocket fuel needed. Another tank put down here. A couple more pumps to put in to get enough throughput down here. Throughput and pressure. And then these pumps laid in all the way along here to give us pressure down the actual spines. But yeah, that was another fairly quick fix. So what I want to do is I want to copy all... We'll just copy that at the moment. Alright. Turn off those. That's too slow. Water comes in this side. Sends through here. Water is here. That one, that one, that one, that one. I'm going to clear these pipes out, otherwise they're going to get blown up. Okay, and then I'm going to go stand over here. We're going to go to map view. And then just those tiles, please. Yeah, I want to copy and paste these because it's easier to put them down accurately with a copy paste than it is to do it whilst moving around. And it also means if I screw things up, I can undo them. Whereas if I was in person and the bots took off and blew a hole in the ground, if there happens to be a refinery where they're blowing a hole in the ground, the refinery goes bye-bye. Which then means potentially I have to ship another refinery down. I have no idea if they're still on site or not. That one. Undo. Okay, that's all of those, and then I'm going to do this lot at the same time. We're going to copy that, and not that blueprint, that blueprint. That one, that one. Yeah, because the robot should pull up the pipes quicker than I get there. That one, and that one. Okay, that's all the explosives laid down. I need to request in underground pipe. And boom! No. Ow. You don't run too fast, Judy. Okay. All done. Now come over here. Woohoo! Okay, now we're going to go for... Actually, I should be able to cheat. Go to this one and copy that one and paste it there. I can. Awesome. because this is already going to have all the offshore pumps attached. Everything should just magically line up. Obviously, I need to craft probably a few of those. Okay, that looks like everything, and then I want to copy. No, you won't let me. Okay. Nice large blueprint, and we're going to go right across that row, right across that row, right across that whole row, laying all the landfill right across there as well, and then same story, just got to run the loop. I think I need more repair packs. Yeah, it turns out I need 59 offshore pumps, so I have exactly one left over. That's not a good sign. That probably means one of them didn't get their pump. All those guys did. I do have a pump here and here that are no longer in the build. They all look to have their offshore pumps. Yes. I don't see any spares, so maybe I miscalculated. Okay. And then if I put that back in, that should add back in all those pipes that we ripped up originally. And come down to this half of the build. Okay, more repair packs. I might have to just call a train down and dump 100 repair packs into the network. And just let the bots deal with whatever's left over. No, hang on. Not that blueprint, that blueprint. Which lines up. Where the hell do you line up? There. All the smokestacks start running because we're running on the new graphics with the new chemical plants. And then you're sticking up. And then, hang on. We want to concrete. We couldn't forget our concrete. That'd be a sacrilege. Okay. The guy at the end doesn't get enough light oil. That's probably fine, actually. Heavy oil. Guys doing heavy oil are definitely running flat out. I'm torn. I sort of like the new graphics, but I think it's a little bit more. It's a little bit too, as Mojo would say, brown on brown on brown. It's really bringing out the brown in the game. Yeah. Yeah, refineries are all running. It now means I really want the new graphics for refineries. They need something. They need a bigger flame stack. And they need the special smoke at the top. Yeah. All those guys are running. Come on, pipes, let me out. Let me through. They're all running. Which means, okay, let's start with the heavy line. Heavy is fine here. It is empty over here, which is what we like to see. It means we're moving all the heavy. We have light oil, which has flow control pumps. None of them are kicked in yet. So light, according to the pictures, is running down here. We are attempting to fill... Okay, we need to fill the bottom tank, which is at 22k, so almost full. And if we look at the far end of the line, you're at 0. That's not a good sign. One pipe. One pipe. Holy crap. Oh, that looked like a bunch of belts that just took off. Yeah, like I said, in theory everything's done, but oh, this was in the middle of no robot range. Okay. Alright, how's this tank doing? 17k. So we need to look at the end of the line and confirm we're getting light oil here. We are. All these guys look to be getting oil. You're not. You're... Why are you not getting light oil? It's just flowing past. So, pipe priorities. It's choosing to go forward first, because we've got a pump there, which is going to force the flow, which I understand that one. Then it's choosing to go down, and then up. So this guy doesn't have any light oil, and I'm assuming it's just we need to wait for the system to back up. So we need to have full pressure down here, which is going to give us back pressure. Same as a belt backing up. You just need to have... Where am I? Okay, so we've got full pressure to here. We need this segment of pipes to fill up, which they're getting there slowly. 80, 90, and there we go. He's now got light oil. So we're just waiting on some back pressure. A lot of back pressure. This one's dead. 60, 65. Come on, fill up slowly. Yeah, 15k oil. You're at 20k, so your whole line should be running. I'm just looking at the smokestacks. No. You're full. You're backed up. Oh, you're backed up already. Yeah, I don't have trains. This one is full. So that's a full at that end. That's a full at that end. So that's all running. So that means light oil will slowly start to back up. When light oil backs up, I will turn on more cracking by back pumping the light oil this way, out of this tank, to make more petroleum, because our petroleum tanks, same story, we need to fill from here, 24, 24, 24, 24, 9. So we're full to here. This is the last one we need to actually be full. Once this one's full, we have 100% back pressure, forcing its way down these pipes and running our plastic, but our plastics are already swimming. Green circuits are running, red circuits are running, blue circuits are not running because I didn't hook up the acid train, because I didn't build the acid train. That's some blank belts. That's not a good sign. Again, middle of a build. Middle of a build with no robot coverage. Resources. Come on, I want to see stuff come out here, here, here. Full belt just pops out top. Okay, so that's that one. This one also has no robot coverage, but they all look to be good. We'll just do a quick jaunt down the middle, just to confirm. That one's happy. That one's happy. I still have belts and undergrounds on me, so we're done. That one which we did. That one which we did. Did we run through here? We didn't, but it all looks to be working. So, this build is complete. Next episode, I am going to add in the acid, because that's not done yet. No, we have a dead belt. Yeah, that doesn't look right. idea what happened there. Nope. Okay, so what's this beside the coal line? Coal line here. Nope, there's no scrambling of belts over there. No idea what happened. Because that was a mess. Oh shit, there's still more of it. Maybe I screwed up a blueprint somewhere along the way. Considering how much blueprinting there was, that's not bad. If this is the worst that I had. The thing is, it's belt. I don't understand where the belt came from. Okay, hang on. Let's start at the bottom. Ore in, copper in. It's a bit sad that I'm taking that. Like, I could probably bring it straight in here rather than bring it down and take it up. But whatever. Okay, so that's how... hang on. Copper, 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 copper to there. That's not meant to be there. Okay, so that's that furnace running in theory at full speed. No. You're not meant to be there. You're not meant to be there. Okay, so that's that copper running. Then we got iron, iron, iron. I know I was going to end the episode, but I want to make sure this is done. Done. Okay, so I am going to go add the extra train tracks in. So I need to get acid down here. We have a single acid train. I don't know if I need to add another acid train or I can have the one train service both spots. I could probably just add a second tank, to be honest, and have one train service both spots. Which is actually, now I've said it out loud, probably what I'm going to do. Because it's acid, and we don't use a lot of acid. It's one blue circuit build, which uses 10k acid per minute. So I've got 2.5 minutes to get the train. I'm going to need another train. I'm going to need another train. Or another wagon on the train. Yeah, so I'm going to have to double up the train to get twice as much acid delivered. Which also means back at base, I'm going to have to jerry-rig this train station. Like so. To deliver twice as much acid into the train. And move that signal back. Yeah, so I'm going to have to add more acid. I need to add our train pickups to pick up our rocket control units 2, our low density structures 2, and our rocket fuel 2. Oh, that's another thing that had to be tweaked. These last couple were taking a long time to fill up, so autosave. Let's have an active loading station. So what I've actually done is there was always this second lane, but what I'm actually doing is I'm pushing excess resources out here and making them swing around. And that seems to be helping. It looks like that's going to be required. Because I just need to make sure that it sort of loads a little bit more evenly. Having the double, a lot of extra inserters on the end seem to be very, very important. But yeah, I just need a little bit more into certain spots along the train. It's really evening out the loading. Yeah, so we can now see these guys are the ones that are short. So just move things over the right there, and hopefully that'll even out the last 2 wagons. So yeah, we're doing all right. So yeah, I'm going to need to add acid, hook up our 3 trains, and I'll see you guys in the next episode where we add some more rocket silos. And we go from 5 rockets per minute to 10 rockets per minute. Anyway, that's going to be it for a really, really long episode, which was meant to be very, very quick and easy. But as everything is in Factorio, nothing is quick and easy. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.